Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nicholas Kranick, and I'm the writer, director, and I played Batman in Halloween Night. And you're watching Gory Story Time.
What's your favorite DC superhero?
Superman.
What's your favorite horror icon?
Freddy Krueger.
Well, what if this is a movie about Michael Myers and Batman meeting instead?
Hell yeah.
All this and more on Gory Story Time.
Warning. Gory Story Time is a horror movie review show by a son and his dad who thought that letting his 5-year-old watch scary movies was acceptable. If you are offended by horror or talk about blood and gore by a child, or if you don't want horror movies from the 60s through today spoiled, then there is a remote stuck in your couch cushion next to potato chip crumbs. Use it. And of course, parental discretion is advised.
Why? You didn't use any.
Shut up and start the show.
Welcome to Gory Story Time. I'm your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and father, Craig. And today we're going to be reviewing a fan-made film that we watched on Halloween.
Yes, it is called Halloween Night. Batman meets Michael Myers, and they fight.
Yeah. Basically, the premise is Michael Myers is being brought away from Haddonfield in the sanitarium there because it's shutting down. And they're scattering all the patients around the country. He's being sent to Arkham Asylum. On the way there, he escapes and wreaks havoc throughout Gotham, and the Dark Knight has to do something about it.
Yeah.
Sum it up good?
Just about.
Good evening, Master Bruce. Happy Halloween.
His movements were almost programmed. Unnaturally strong.
Sometimes there are no answers, Master Bruce.
We'll see.
Let me guess, you think Michael Myers is just another misunderstood boy who needs a hug from his mama? He's just another freak. Just like you.
Even the Joker has motives to kill.
We all have our theories. But whatever he is, we need to find a way to stop him before he kills again.
Before we get into the behind-the-scenes information, we have to give a shout-out to our sponsors. These are real things that actually exist. Gory Story Time is brought to you by the new book, Parodies, Public Domain, and Fan Films, a complete guide to using other people's copyrighted material in legal ways. If you have ever had a great idea, but it involved a character owned by someone else, we'll show you how to use that idea without losing everything. That's Parodies, Public Domain, and Fan Films, because sometimes the best toys to use are in someone else's toy box.
And by Bruce and Mike's Halloween Candy Mix, a large assortment of candy treats to give out to your trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood. Bruce and Mike's Halloween Candy Mix includes chocolate bats with crisp rice, gummy pumpkins, fruity clowns, and even vanilla Shatner masks. So for this Halloween, give the kids what they really want, some Bruce and Mike's on Halloween night.
All right. Now, normally this is the part where we give you 10 behind the scenes information factoids each.
Yeah, the meat and beef of the show.
Yes, the meat and beef of the show, as we like to call it. Instead, I reached out after watching this to the writer, director, and star, and he was willing to come in and talk about his film. So I would like to welcome Nicholas Kranick to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's awesome that you were able to do this for us.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're just going to alternate between them. So my first question is, how did you come up with the idea of combining Batman and the Shape?
I was at my brother's house back in 2019, and we were watching Zack Snyder's Justice League and drinking way too much, and we started debating on who could beat Batman in a fight, just like back and forth, like just different characters, and eventually we landed on Michael Myers. And the next day I woke up with a horrible hangover and could not shake the idea, and I just kept thinking about it all day long at work. And then I got my buddy Adam, who is from the UK. He plays Alfred Pennyworth in the movie, Adam Parrott, and he co-wrote the whole movie with me. I kind of said, "What do you think of this idea?" And he was like, "I love it. It's cool." And so we should write it. And if it becomes just a fan fiction thing, we can post online, or maybe it'll be a comic book, or maybe it'll be a fan film. I don't know. And we ended up writing it, and it got so cool, like the way the script is coming out. That it was more of a story, and then we turned it into a script. And then I was like, we have to make this. So I just started slowly buying props and whatnot. So I funded this whole thing essentially by myself.
All right.
Yeah. Being a fan film, I know from your live stream after the release, you talked about the fact that everybody involved volunteered. How did you find actors and editors and other people who knew that they weren't going to get paid that were willing to volunteer?
Yeah, like 90% of the people did not get paid. There was like 2 or 3 actors that I needed really badly for the film that I worked out a deal with them. I paid them a couple $100, but 90% of the people worked just because they wanted to be a part of something really cool. First person I met was R.W. Martin, who plays Commissioner Gordon, and he's been in, if you go on his IMDb page, he's been in tons of stuff, and he just loves acting. So a lot of people are like that, where there's like, I always wanted to be in a movie, and they know that they're, from the start, like this is a, very low budget project, in the future, maybe if we do a sequel or something and we have a bigger budget with the crowdfunding, then you'd be able to get paid. But for the first one, everyone's just kind of doing this free to do something and be part of something really cool.
Nice. I saw 3 different posters. What was your inspiration? I know the reference, but people that watch our show that don't know it, what was the inspiration for the poster behind us currently?
The inspiration for that poster is because of the greatest Batman movie of all time, Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. It's the cover is exactly that. It's Batman cape drawn with the Phantasm behind him, and I was watching that movie, and I had the case cover in my hand when I was thinking about posters and stuff like that. I was like, I should just do this, but Michael. And we did, after the film was done being filmed, we did a photo shoot. I'm actually in that photo. That's me as Batman and Michael.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it's just we like a lot of stuff like with me, like I did a lot of stuff in the movie because just time constraints and people not being around and scheduling issues. So a lot of the time I'm like, I'll just do it,
Cool.
How long did it take from thinking of the original concept to finally releasing the product?
We started writing it in 2019, and we didn't start filming until 2022, and we finished filming early 2025. So about 5.5 years.
Nice.
All right. We filmed a few specials. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the one I sent you, but for our 100th, 200th, and 300th episode, and we always had outtakes and bloopers that we would put a reel at the end. Are there some of those that we could look forward to possibly getting posted to your channel?
Absolutely. Yeah. We have like probably a handful of decent bloopers. There's one in particular that I actually already have released in the past, not on YouTube, but I think it's in my TikTok.
Okay.
But I'm definitely going to go through the footage and try to find as many bloopers as we can to make a blooper reel. But there's definitely some funny moments that we had that I remember out of the top of my head. So yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice. Even though the talent behind the project were volunteers, obviously there were costs. How much would you say it cost in total to make the film?
Oh, jeez. Probably about roughly like probably more, but it's like $23,000.
Oh crap!
Yeah. I was committed. There was a few times where I was like, "This is so much. What am I doing?" And then I was like, "Well, you're already this far. You might as well keep, what's a couple more $1,000? Who cares, right?"
You don't want to spend that much and stop.
Yeah, it's only money.
Yep.
You obviously left an opening for a continuation.
hmm
Is that something you plan on doing, or was that just because good horror movies tend to end that way?
Yeah, we I'll give you an exclusive. We are in the process of writing the film right now. We are making part
Awesome.
2. We are going to make part 2. We're going to try to do a crowdfunding thing. Just judging by how much praise has been happening for this film,
Oh yeah.
and we're getting close to 50,000 views in only 5 days or 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
Or
I
whatever
mean, there's a reason I reached out.
it is.
We love
Yeah.
horror movies, and separately from this show, we love comic books. So
Yeah.
the
always have.
combination, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I love it. I love the characters. Now we're definitely in the process of writing right now. Adam and we have a really cool story.
Nice.
There's gonna be more on that. I'm not gonna say what it is, but there's gonna be more on that. You're probably gonna release a Kickstarter explaining exactly what we're gonna do. And
All right, I'll look out for that.
Are there any plans for other releases from No Joke Entertainment?
other than the sequel to this next movie that I want to do, I have another idea for a Batman versus another horror character that I won't say. And then I have many ideas for original horror movie characters as well, like that I really want to do, slashers and stuff. And we also have a really cool. My brother's in the process of writing a script for. He's the guy who did all the camera work in the film. My brother's writing a story. It's like a psychological horror, but we really want to make movies. Like that's our passion. It's our dream to be directors and filmmakers. So, yeah, we definitely gonna release some stuff.
Well, maybe after the show, I'll send you another message, because I wrote a script that I thought you might be interested in, since you tend to like horror. It's a horror sitcom.
A horror sitcom.
And I wrote the pilot. Yeah. It's actually a story about two adult twins who are non-identical. They live together, serial kill together, and their mother shows up to move in with them, and hijinks ensue.
They're trying to hide bodies and stuff from their mother.
They don't want to stop being killers, but they have to avoid letting mama see.
That sounds funny.
Yeah. But anyway, what do we got here? So far, what is the reference you put in the film that fans have brought up the most?
Probably the silver shamrock masks. A lot of people have brought those up a lot. Those are the most obvious, but
sure, but
yeah, there's many references. There's probably like 20 or 30 references in this film. I'm a big fan of Easter eggs and references. I love that stuff.
And
but
it
yeah,
was
definitely
from watching that you were a big fan of both of these.
Oh yeah, no
characters.
I love Michael Myers arguably just as much as Batman, and I was, I always say I was born with the batarang in my hand. Like I'd be sitting next to my dad at 2 years old watching Batman the Animated Series. My dad literally told me the first thing we did when I got home from the hospital as a baby, he put on Batman Mask of the Phantasm with me. So again, I love Batman
for this movie.
Yeah, essentially.
Before we wrap up, would you mind sharing an interesting behind-the-scenes story about filming or making your film?
Like, and what kind of story? Like,
I mean, it could be something funny that happened, something that was a pain in the ass along the way, whatever.
Scheduling is the biggest issue. Like the hardest thing ever when you're doing independent filmmaking is scheduling, because like I have my own schedule. I'm a father. You know, I know how hard it is to find time for me. So when you're trying to find time for 10 people to get together to do a scene, it's like that's why it takes so long, you know, because if you don't have a budget and don't have money to pay people, you kind of have to just kind of work with people, you know, and
Oh yeah.
go, hey, I would schedule months and months ahead. Like, I need you this day. Can you do it? And then, you know, most of the time, like, everyone would be like, yeah, I got you, you know, and if not, we'd reschedule. But the biggest, I guess the most difficult task in the whole filmmaking is just scheduling, and everyone was really cool though. I met a lot of really talented people along the way. You know, whenever I casted somebody, I felt like I was introduced to someone new who was just as talented or more talented. So it's just like I just kept finding people. The cast grew from like 5 people to like 30 something, whatever it is now, like within months after we started filming. You know, when I first started filming the movie, it was just me, R.W. Martin, Brian Van Zice, who plays Michael Myers, and Phil Sawyer, who plays Commissioner Gordon. That was it. We didn't have Barbara Gordon right away. Like, we casted Barbara Gordon later and then shot her stuff another day. So I guess that's the most interesting, is just how it kind of evolved as we were filming.
All right. Well, that's the end of our questions. We're going to do the rest of our show, but we really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I wish I could have actually physically made it, but I worked last night. And,
that's fine.
I'm an overnight worker.
We understand.
So. But I appreciate you guys having me. It was really fun to chat with you guys. I can't wait to see the episode.
Spoiler alert, we enjoyed the film.
Oh, well, I hope so.
To reach out to you just to shit on it.
That'd be funny. Like, I joined, like, hey guys, I'm glad you guys invited me. Yeah, your movie sucks, dude.
That's a future one. Monster.
All right. No. Have a good day.
You too, sir.
All right. Now back to
our regularly scheduled program.
So now's the part of the show where we usually go through our favorite and least favorite parts of the movie.
Yep.
And because we usually try to start with the opposite of how we feel about the movie, we're going to start with our least favorites, because I know we both enjoyed this.
Oh, yeah.
And just so you know, we are not rating this against Warner Brothers and, you know, big film. It's a fan film, and you have to understand we're rating it as a fan film. So if we give it a number that you think is ridiculous, realize we're not comparing it to a major release from a studio. That wouldn't be fair.
Right.
So what was your least favorite part?
Unfortunately, it's the lighting more than anything. It's the fact that in a lot of the scenes that I probably would have liked the most, it was difficult to see much of what was going on. I mean, you squint and you look real hard, you turn the lights off, you could see what's going on enough, and it's good. But I would have hoped for a brighter scene so I could see more.
Okay. And he brought this up to me in the car, actually. And one of the things I pointed out was both Batman movies tend to be on the dark side, and the Halloween movies and a lot of horror movies tend to be. So it kind of matches the main series.
It's my complaint about those movies too.
True. I get it. But I also can see why he would match that.
Right.
My least favorite part, honestly, was that the guy didn't have more money, because there was a couple things I was like, oh, imagine what he would have done with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, he did a lot with what he had. I mean, 20,000, it all, I mean, every bit of it was on the screen.
Oh, has to be.
You know? So that's not really a complaint about the film. It's a complaint about, you know, not having.
It's like, hey, Warner Brothers, take a look over here.
Hopefully, since he says there's going to be a sequel, then the crowdfunding will get a little bit more to
take
care of that issue. All right. Now, what was your favorite part of the movie?
Probably the psych out where they made us think that Nightwing was dead. I liked what I initially thought was the death of Nightwing, where he just got brutalized, absolutely brutalized. Michael didn't care that he was some guy with some magic sticks that could electrocute him. He was like, nah, I'm going to kill you. And right up until he was taken into the hospital, I was convinced.
And then when he went to the hospital, you're like, oh, they're not going to let
They're
that
not going
happen.
to kill him if he's at the hospital. I mean, this is a Batman.
Right. It
Yes.
might be a Michael Myers movie, but it's also a Batman movie.
Right. And, Dick Grayson can't just die.
In this.
Not yet.
Right. Let's see. My favorite part, he brought up the masks and stuff. It was probably the 3 gang member characters or whatever, and Michael Myers ending them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I thought that was awesome.
So cool.
Wasn't it?
So cool. And, of course, the Soul Shamrock masks.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I
absolutely.
love those masks. I think that's so fun.
But, him bashing the head into the wall and stuff,
sure.
I thought that entire scene, including the Nightwing portions, were awesome.
Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10 for fan films,
this is an easy 8 for me. An easy 8.
Yeah, I'm going to say 8. Like, there was a couple things that it's like, I see the budget would have been better, but I'm not going to hold that against it.
Right.
I wish it was maybe a little longer, like a full feature length, but imagine
57 minutes.
And the extra half hour would be expensive.
Oh, yeah.
If it was, you know what I mean?
Oh,
so
I
understand. And they got the entire story. It's not like I watched it and felt there was something missing.
I mean,
as far as story wise, like the arc of the story flowed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I highly recommend on YouTube, go to No Joke Entertainment or just look up Halloween Night with a K.
Yeah.
Like he said, he's up to almost 50,000 or around 50,000 views at this point. Keep it going. He's not making money off it because they're not his properties, but it could get it out there. Like he said, he's got ideas and, to
definitely
get more eyeballs on it. Maybe someone can hire him to do something that he can make money off of.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's got ideas that could work.
Warner Brothers seems open to Elseworld projects.
Hey, there we go.
Get these guys connected.
Yeah, do a full version of this.
Connected. Warner has Pennywise.
Hey, that's a good point.
Pennywise and Damian Wayne.
Hey, so
until next time, I have been your host.
Don't we say our stuff? Oh, you don't have it?
Oh, did we rate it? Yeah, we rated it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't know if you had this, but there was stuff that usually pops up and then we say check out.
Yeah, but he'd usually wave his fingers at me if that was something.
All right. Well, then.
All right. So until next time, I've been your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and father, Craig, and
sweet dreams.